have to wait a week to see this 18-year-old phenom play. Eston, the Oilers and their prize top pick from 2015 play host to the Canucks, and you can watch it right here on Sportsnet. From Edmonton, it's the penultimate preseason game for the Vancouver Canucks and the Oilers as these Pacific Division rivals go at it tonight in Edmonton before a rematch to finish up their exhibition schedule Saturday in Vancouver. Hello and welcome to Rexall Place. My name is Dan Murphy. You don't need me to tell you the Oilers have been pretty fortunate in the draft lottery the last handful of years, and they've come away with some great players like Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Taylor Hall. But this past summer, they didn't just win the lottery. They won the Powerball, like one of those $300 million thingies when they defied the odds, moved up to the #1 pick to take this young man, Conner McDavid. By all accounts, the best player to enter the league since Sidney Crosby. High praise, but he's coming off a 120-point season in junior. That's 120 points in just 47 games. He's got all the tools highlighted by blazing speed and the ability to do things with the puck at high speed. But make no mistake, there is pressure on this 18-year-old shoulders because when you're dubbed a generational talent, you're expected to produce and produce right away. This is his 4th preseason game, and he's been getting better as the preseason's gone along. Now, the Canucks also have a couple of teenagers left on their preseason roster. It remains to be seen if Jake Virtanen or Jared McCann played games in the NHL this season. But in the case of McCann, he's making it very, very difficult on the Canucks to cut him loose. We know one thing. His shot, his release is NHL ready. That's been on display the last 2 preseason games. And the Canucks love the fact he always seems to be on the right side of the puck. His 200-foot game is good. What they don't know if his body is NHL ready. So tonight should be a good dress rehearsal because we place in the league, he'll be centering in the bottom 6, and tonight his line mates are Ronald Tennens and Adam Crackman. All right, for more on this matchup, let's go upstairs to the men who will call it, John Shorthouse and John Garrett. Guys?
Murph, thanks. John, those names that Dan mentioned, some young guys making life a little nervous for some of the players who were penciled in, expected to make this team. And he mentioned Ronald Tennens there. He doesn't have a world of experience, let's not say that, but the Canucks expected him to be on the opening night roster. He started with the Sedins and Prince George, played the first preseason game there, and there's a sense that maybe he's forgotten a little bit about what he needs to do to be effective, and I think they'd like to see those components of his game here tonight.
Well, hits. I think he's more effective when he plays like a little bowling ball when he's around creating some space for himself. We saw him the other night try a toe drag through his skates, and he hadn't had a hit in 2 periods, and all of a sudden he's trying to finesse it, and he wasn't out there with the Sedins. He's not a finesse player. He creates room by using his body, being aggravating to play against, making contact, and he has to get back to that. Every organization is better when you get pressure from the young guys. McCann and Jake Virtanen are both doing that. So Ronald Tennens has to feel the pressure and has to react. He has to have that notice me attitude.
Bad news for the Oilers this week. Jordan Eberle injured on Tuesday against Arizona, but there is a sense of relief. The shoulder injury not as bad as first feared, and he'll only miss 4 to 6 weeks.
Well, 4 to 6 weeks with no surgery, and it was an awkward little hit. It didn't seem like much behind the net. He gets pushed, but he goes awkwardly into the boards, and there's the shoulder injury. The Oilers went through it with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and they felt that they brought Nugent-Hopkins back too soon, and he got hurt again. So they'll be very cautious with Jordan Eberle, who is one of the young stars in this team. He's been better than some of their first overall picks.
No Eberle for the Oilers, but there is a lot of star power in the Edmonton lineup, including, of course, the first man you saw when we came on the air. I'm not talking about Dan Murphy. I'm talking about Conner McDavid. Another chance for players to make a statement as we move closer and closer to opening night. Pacific Division rivals, the Canucks and the Oilers, and the opening faceoff from Rexall Place is coming up next. Rexall Place in Edmonton, where the Canucks play the 7th of their 8 preseason games against an Edmonton team under new coach Todd McLellan that is 6-0 so far in the preseason. starting goalies look like this. Jacob Markstrom for the Canucks. His last game was a shutout win over Arizona. His numbers this preseason, nothing short of excellent, with a goals against average of 0.51. Meanwhile, the Oilers hope that Cam Talbot will be their answer in goal. The 28-year-old helped raise his stock last year. He started 24 straight games for the New York Rangers when Henrik Lundqvist was hurt and performed very, very well. For the first time this preseason, Willie Desjardins has made a road trip, and he's behind the Vancouver bench for this game here in Edmonton. And one of the players opposing him will be Griffin Reinhart from West Vancouver, as he suits up on defense to start this game with Eric Greiba for Edmonton. And Reinhart winds up with the puck, shoots it in as he's bodied by Derek Dorsett. Matt Bartkowski on defense for the Canucks to start, along with Dan Hamhuis. And the Canucks get the puck forward. Brandon Kuss gloves it ahead. Sent the other way by Matt Hendricks. And down into the Vancouver zone. Markstrom out to play the puck around to Bartkowski. Mark Letestu, Rob Klinkhammer, and Hendricks up front for the Oilers. That's Andrei Sekera. And here's Brandon Sutter cutting in on the backhand, stopped by Talbot, and then the rebound came off the skate of Sutter, and Talbot stopped that one as well and covered up.
Well, we've seen flashes from Brandon Sutter. I think it's taken him a little while to adjust to the Western Conference. You're so used to playing in the East. And here he does a nice job, uses his speed wide, protects the puck very well. And Cam Talbot with a good save in tight, and then makes the save on the rebound. Puck dancing a bit. Brandon Sutter can't get it up and over Cam Talbot.
Benoit Pouliot trying to move through center. Checked by Lucas Spiza, and here's young Ben Hutton making quite the impression on the Vancouver defense. Andrei Sekera back for the puck, and yes, he has decided it is no longer Sekera, it is Sekera, and we will respect his wishes, John.
With his new contract, he can be called anything he wants.
There you go. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins gets the puck ahead. Alex Burrows intercepts back to Lucas Spiza. He leaves for Hutton. Didn't like what he saw, and almost gave the puck away to Hall. Rare mistake with the puck for Ben Hutton this preseason, but Hall couldn't quite catch up. Hutton another chance to move it ahead. This time it's intercepted by Leon Draisaitl. Now here's McDavid. Stop, rebound. Hall scores. Tough shift for young Ben Hutton, and Taylor Hall makes it 1-0.
How about the play by Conner McDavid? He's going to get an assist on this one. As you say, Hutton created the turnover early, and then Hutton again just throws it up the boards. There's nobody there. Look at Hopkins skate. Markstrom makes a good save on the first one, then can't get back on the second one. McDavid, skate, stick, shot, rebound, and Taylor Hall is there to slide it into the empty net.
There's another chance right off the draw, and Sleppership couldn't get it by Jacob Markstrom. They've only credited the Oilers with one shot on goal, that Markstrom did make the save on McDavid before Hall put it in. Now the other end, Bo Horvat scores. Horvat set up in front by Jake Virtanen, and it's 1-1.
Now, the Canucks have been able to do this, especially Jake Virtanen, throughout the training camp. Get in hard on the forecheck, and then Bo Horvat goes hard to the net. Could have been a penalty there, not called. And here's the play. Jake Virtanen, the shoot in. He gets to it first and just chips it out to Bo Horvat right down the middle. Andrew Ferentz turns on Virtanen, and nobody takes Bo Horvat to the net, and Cam Talbot got a good piece of it, but not enough.
23 seconds is all it took for the Canucks to tie the game. Hall scoring in a minute 29, Horvat at 1:52. And back to square here in Edmonton.
The Vancouver goal scored by
Alex Biega into the puck into the Oilers zone. Reinhart goes back. Greiba, who's checked by Ronald's Kennins, but he gets the puck away to Draisaitl. Ahead to Taylor Hall. Hall moving it in. Yannick Weber, who knocks the puck away. McDavid hit in the corner by Biega. This is Hall from the corner across from McDavid. He shoots, and Markstrom across to make the save. Hangs on.
Boy, Taylor Hall and Conner McDavid, a little magic. McDavid around behind the net. Alex Biega loses him, and Jacob Markstrom square, shoulders up, He'll make the save and hang on.
It's promising to be an entertaining night.
Yes. Not for the goaltenders.
Sometimes it just has to be that way, Tom, in order to be entertaining. Letestu couldn't move out, and Talbot will cover that puck for a face-off in the Oilers zone.
Conner McDavid, and we've seen such great talent in junior, and then can it translate to the NHL? Yeah, he plays with that kind of confidence. Look at that little soccer play kick up, right skate to his stick, and gets the assist on the rebound.
Ryan Nugent-Hopkins against Lyndon Vay on this faceoff. Justin Schultz pokes the puck to the side. Pouliot sends it across. Here's Teddy Purcell gaining center and sending one hard around to the near side. Bartkowski reverses. Hanhus after the puck. Pressured by Purcell, who bumps in the corner. Burrows couldn't move the puck out. Purcell into the corner. Pouliot trying to find Nugent-Hopkins. Had his stick slashed by Bartkowski, who now sends one ahead to Yannick Hansen. Hansen backhands the puck past Sakharov. Burrows moves in on the forecheck, takes the Oilers defenseman to the boards, but Edmonton has the puck. Hansen blocked the lead pass from Purcell. Now the puck slides down into Vancouver zone. Spiza being pursued by Pouliot. Able to work the puck to Hutton, who starts out. Here's Derek Dorsett. Spiza couldn't take that one off his skate, but Hutton is there to collect the puck and send it in. It took a weird bounce right in front. But Anton Slepyshev able to move the puck out for Edmonton. Nearing the 4-minute mark of the first, a 1-1 tie. Prost slides the puck in from center. Dorsett in on Nikita Nikitin. Sutter holds the puck in. Intercepted behind the goal. Nikitin gets it ahead to Slepyshev. But it's held in once more, this time by Yannick Weber. Chance for Prost, high slot. Dishes off. Dorsett on the backhand. A weak shot covered by Talbot. And then Dorsett took a little chomp at the glove. Oilers come over to have a word or two.
Okay, the Conner McDavid draft lottery is big news, but how about getting Todd McClellan? And I think that's one of the things that the Edmonton Oilers, stability behind the bench. They haven't had that, and it's Todd McClellan. I was really surprised. He leads all coaches for most wins in his first 4 years as a head coach. I know he's been very successful in San Jose. Didn't translate into playoff wins, but President's trophies and 100-point seasons.
Peter DeBoer filling that role now. And McClellan with a lot of young talent to work with here. And that includes Taylor Hall, that had a shot go off a stick and into the corner. Sven Baertschi trying to move the puck now. Bo Horvat brings it ahead and tips it over the Oiler line. Virtanen trying to get behind the defense, cuts it on goal. And a right pass saved by Talbot. Virtanen maybe trying to set up a rebound chance in front, with no Canuck to get a stick on it. Now Baertschi back to Bartkowski, shoots, and that was blocked by Hall. Draisaitl feeds ahead to Conner McDavid, and he'll start a change by dumping the puck in behind the Canuck goal. 5 minutes into the first, 1-1 tie. Bartkowski trying to go through the defense, and puck knocked away by Sakharov, who turns in the corner and feeds across to Schultz. Oilers to center. Purcell. Pouliot trying to get it across. Didn't get much on the pass, and the Canucks have a chance to break out. 3 of them. Kennan's leading the way. Couldn't corral the lead pass. And he's checked by Sakharov. Oilers tick the puck around. Schultz has it. Feeds ahead. Purcell to Nugent-Hopkins. Teammates changing in behind him, so he'll move in alone with a shot. Marks from the save, and he slides the puck free for Lucas Spiza. Towards Burrows, went right through to the goaltender Talbot, who slides the puck to the side, and play continues. Hall right back out, but couldn't get the puck past Hutton. Now it's chipped in, and Hutton gets there ahead of McDavid before chipping one forward, brought down by Burrows. And here's Lyndon Vay. Ben Hutton's had 2 very good shifts since that suspect one, John, and that's a great sign that management will notice for Vancouver, I think, that he's not letting it affect him.
Well, he is so poised. He's a calm young individual, and you watch him play even in practice.
Here's McDavid in on the right wing. Wide on Hutton. Now feeds the blue line. Reinhart to the right point. Greiba tried to risk one on goal. That was blocked, and out comes Derek Dorsett. Wide on Greiba, who reached out and knocked the puck away. Dorsett keeps after it, takes a hit as he feeds around for Brandon Sutter. Hendricks with the puck for Edmonton. His pass blocked by Prust, who now tips it back into his own zone for Alex Biega. Sutter pokes the puck behind the Oilers. From the near side, Reinhart dumps it down into Vancouver territory. He's first man back.
Oh, boy. Okay. Fans reacting to that one. Dan Hamhuis looked like he would get to that puck before it got over the red line. Whistled down by the official.
So the Oilers unable to make their change for the defensive zone draw. Horvat will take it against Hendricks.
Could this be a pairing for the Canucks? Season starts. Matt Bartkowski and Dan Hamhuis.
Potentially. Bartkowski playing the offside on this shift. Rod Klinkhammer gets the puck. Plays it off the glass and this time.
I don't think that one was as close as the other one.
Nobody likes being booed twice.
Yes.
Here's Dan Hamhuis being watched by Anton Lander. Lander had a hat trick in the 4-0 win over Arizona. Now Slepyshev in front of the backhand, and he just slid it wide. Tried to drag it around the right pad of Markstrom, and it went off the toe of his stick and off the mark. Slepyshev in again. Runs into Bartkowski. Puck loose on the boards. Lander after it. Adam Cracknell's on him. Lander to the blue line. Left point. Sakharov couldn't handle the pass, but able to hold the puck in the zone. Nail Yakupov. And he'll peel off with his line mates on a change as the Canucks start out of their own zone. Ronald Kennens with a cross corner dump. McKeaton to Andrew Ference. And ahead to Benoit Pouliot. He's got room to skating on the left wing. Runs into Skeezy, who gets the puck to Burrows, and he goes rink wide to Jannik Hansen. Hansen moving on Ference. Puck went off his skate. Burrows gets it. Hansen now trying to center. And never made the pass for Lyndon Bay, but now Bay to Hansen to Burrows for Hansen, whose stick was tied up, didn't get a shot off. Bay's after the puck, but the Oilers work it ahead to Pouliot, who's checked in the neutral zone. 9 minutes gone, first period. Couple early goals, one each way, 23 seconds apart. Hall and Horvat, it's a 1-1 tie. Yannick Weber risks the puck in from center. Drive a grab, there'll be a penalty here. Brandon Prust is going to get a holding penalty when the Canucks get the puck, and there's the whistle. So a power play for Edmonton coming up when we return. A 1-1 tie here at Rexall Place. Blue Jays lost to Baltimore today. Who saw that coming? What with the party yesterday? And they're back at it tomorrow. Open a series with Tampa. 3 o'clock Pacific. Coverage starts. Blue Jays and the Rays.
A lot of the regulars getting some time off after the party. Brandon Prust reached around. Okay, right hand over the shoulder, left hand on the other side, and he ends up with a holding penalty.
First power play of the game goes to Edmonton. Oilers in the preseason, 6 for 31. They ranked 19th in the NHL in the regular season last year.
Todd McClellan used to run Detroit Red Wings power play when they were winning Stanley Cups.
Puck comes through to Markstrom right off the drop. Bartkowski turns, gets it ahead, and Burrows able to send the puck down into the Oilers zone. Schultz out there to quarterback. And there's some talent on the ice for Edmonton. Nugent Hopkins, McDavid, Hall, Benoit Pouliot rounding out. That pass just behind Hall. He would have had a clear lane to the net. But it's broken up and the puck is sent down. 40 seconds gone to the penalty to Brandon Prust. Schultz brings the puck in. Pass is disrupted. Pouliot tries to keep the puck alive. Makes it. Took a big swing at it. Couldn't get it out. And now Hall blocks the Spiza clearing attempt. Here's a chance in front. McDavid centers. Pouliot is robbed by Markstrom. Puck's still alive. And another save. Might have been blocked on the way through on the shot from Taylor Hall. Great save in tight, and what a heady pass across by the 18-year-old. Here's Nugent Hopkins to Hall. McDavid working off the left. Throws one in front. Hansen intercepts. And Yannick Hansen will take his time before chipping the puck into Oilers territory. Now he wants to go after it. It will peel off on a change. Seconds to go on the Edmonton power play. Purcell trying to wrist the puck in. He hit the linesman. That hurt. John Grant favoring, I think, his left leg as the shooting hit him cleanly. The play continues, and he'll make sure he gets out of the way of that one. Leon Draisaitl to the left point, but McKeaton wasn't there, and now the penalty's over. No shots recorded, but I'm pretty sure Markstrom made a nice save off Pouliot. They'll figure it out eventually. Talbot out of his net. Now the puck thrown up the middle. Horvat intercepts. Throws the puck to the corner. Berchi gets it. Back to Hutton. Wrist shot, tip, and it's in. His second of the game, and the Canucks lead 2-1.
John, you talked about the poise of Ben Hutton and what a play he makes at the point. Not a hard shot, just nice little wrist shot. Bo Horvat skating through traffic, gets a piece of it, and it beats Cam Talbot. Good play by Virtanen. Good play by Sven Berchi. Gets it back. And I don't know whether it hit.
It hit Greiba, too.
It hit Greiba. It might have just gone in right off Greiba. Here's Ben Hutton, just the snap wrist shot. Greiba gets his leg up, and it's off the defenseman, then off the goaltender.
So it may be Ben Hutton's goal to go with his 4 assists. Either that or Horvat has his second of the hockey game. Turnover at center, Langer's pass to Perez, and it is Hutton's goal.
The assist to number 47, Sven Berchi.
And Berchi has 2 assists. He was in on the Horvat goal as well. 11:47, the time of the go-ahead goal for Vancouver.
This Oiler defense is going to be so big with Greiba and Reinhart. Andrew Ferentz is the only guy who's under 200 pounds.
Yannick Weber rushes the puck through center. Loses it. Purcell drops it back, and Schultz banks one around for center. Ahead for Pouliot. Checked by Diego. Now Pouliot trying to get to the side. Burrows had designs on moving in for a chance, but the Oilers get the puck back. Pouliot once more. Purcell dumps the puck in. Here's Teddy Purcell from the corner. Bartkowski trying to check in. Puck comes in front. Shoveled ahead by Vey. But it stays in the Vancouver zone. Nugent Hopkins leads for Purcell. Back to Schultz. He's got room. Schultz has another shot, and Markstrom the save. Able to smother it, get the whistle. And he's got a lead to work with now. Ben Hutton, 2-1 Vancouver.
There's no shock that the arrival of the first overall pick would help ticket sales, but the numbers have been huge. Oilers tickets up 131% on the secondary market, according to StubHub. Edmonton's gone from 16th to 6th best-selling team on the resale website. And it's even on the road as well, as they're now the 7th best-selling road team in the National Hockey League. Heady territory.
It'll be a tough team to contend with. Everybody matures. Derek Dorsett gets the puck in. Letestu battling with Sutter. And now the Oilers come up with the puck. Ferentz ahead for Hendricks, taken away by Bartkowski. With his goal, Ben Hutton now has 5 points in 5 games for Vancouver, and he's taken over the team's preseason scoring lead from Jared McCann. Dorsett takes the rink-wide pass from Pruss, trying to go wide on Ferentz. McKeaton pokes the puck ahead, and now Klinkhammer backhands it down into the Vancouver zone. That'll be icing. Saw the speed of McDavid there, although the Canucks were pretty sure he wasn't going to catch up, and it is an icing call.
Well, Dan Hamhuis, one of the veterans playing in this game, and a good smart move. Nugent Hopkins tries to go to the net, and it's Lyndon Vea. I shouldn't say Dan Hamhuis. Lyndon Vea does a nice job defensively there, boxing out Nugent Hopkins from getting to the front of the net.
Oilers win the face-off in their own zone after the icing. Horvat collides with Ferentz. Puck out to center. Hutton has it. That pass intercepted by Klinkhammer, who shoots the puck in, and Edmonton able to make its change. 5.5 left in the first. Canucks leading 2-1. Bo Horvat to Hutton. Back for Horvat, who's got speed on the left wing. Trying to go wide on Greiba. He gets to the puck. Dumps it around. Virtanen tees it up. Long shot. Biega ripped it wide. Berchi trying to steal the puck back. He does. Biega fanned on his pass. And now here's McDavid. Quick shift to the middle. And a pass to Leon Draisaitl. Back for McDavid. In front for Hall. And the puck wound up behind the goal. We've got some chemistry. Here's Schultz. Berchi takes the puck away, and he hoists it out to center.
Without Jordan Eberle, Leon Draisaitl is getting to play with these two guys. Just make sure you fit in. Go to the right spots.
Here's Hamhuis for Vancouver. 4.5 to go in the first. Plays the puck to the corner. Adam Cracknell there for Vancouver. Trying to bank it in. It almost worked. It hit Talbot in the arm, and then I think it went off the post. But the puck stays out, and it stays a 1-goal game. Vancouver leading 2-1.
Pick up a Canucks 5-game pack and see teams like the Leafs, Penguins, Oilers, or Blackhawks, just to name a few. 5-game pack starting at $399. Limited availability, so get yours while supplies last. Go to Canucks.com/5-game packs to buy now.
Oilers will be a fun team to watch if you get a chance to get Oiler tickets. Murph talked about how the sales have increased, but they're going to play this wide open offensive style. They can make some plays.
Slepyshev bodied by Bartkowski. Puck out to center, driven back in by Schultz. Waiting is Anton Lander. Puts one on goal over top of the net. And Ronald Kennedy's trying to get the puck out. Can't do it. Hamhuis. Being watched by Yakupov. Passes to Bartkowski. Good lead feed. Ian is McCann with a shot. That one off the stick and over the glass for a whistle.
One of the things you like about Jared McCann, he's not afraid to shoot the puck. We've seen it the last couple of games. And there he tried to cut inside, realized he couldn't make it, so take the shot. And nodding there after the nice pass. Here's Lyndon Vea playing with Yannick Hansen and Alex Burrs. I think this is a test for Lyndon Vea. Play with some offensive guys. See if you can put up some points.
Long shot by Hutton. Stopped through traffic by Talbot. And Pouliot passes to Purcell. From behind the net, Nugent Hopkins. Leaves for McKeaton, who's moved in deep. Lyndon Vea trying to stay with him, and the centering pass was knocked away by Hutton. Puck out to center. Andrew Ferentz has it. Dumps it back in as he takes a hit from Yannick Hansen. Ben Hutton. Pass through. Lucas Spiza tips the puck in. Canucks changing as Talbot leaves behind the goal for Greiba.
Talked about Greiba, 6'4", 225. Griffin Reinhart, 6'4", 220.
Yannick
4, not 220.
Shoots the puck in. Canucks were offside, so they tagged up, and Greiba throws a hard one ahead for Klinkhammer. That deflects to Alex Biega. Weber for Truss, who one-hands the puck in. Greiba gets there first, leaves in the corner. And Letestu slides one ahead, intercepted by Brandon Sutter. From the blue line, Hamhuis to Bartkowski. Fakes the shot. Here's Hamhuis again with a wrister. Stopped by Talbot. Rebound clear to the side. Hendricks couldn't move the puck out. Here's Bo Horvat, who's been added to the Hutton goal with an assist. So Horvat has 2 points in the game now, a goal and a helper. But initially we thought he had 2 goals. Jake Virtanen tips the puck around his own zone. Berchi waiting, spins to get away from Hall. And now sends one to the right wing at center. Virtanen couldn't pick up the puck, and it's onto the stick of Nikita Nikitin. Leon Draisaitl ahead for McDavid. He tries to move in, just had the puck get away from Hall, following up. Turns on the left wing. Tried to feed back. Virtanen picks that up. And he skates in on the right wing. Trying to go outside in on Ferentz. And Hall's back to the puck. Throws it up the middle. Weber picks it off. And a low shot wide. Alex Biega. That came outside the line. And the offside whistle blows.
John, I know you're a believer in things extraterrestrial and karma and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And boy, there's some numbers here that just kind of freak you out.
Okay,
So you look at Conner McDavid, and is it the karma? Is it the lunar cycles or something? Look at the numbers. First season, okay, 66, 99, and
97 goals.
97 goals. You even have to say the Outer Limits, or
The truth is out there.
the X-Files is coming back.
McDavid just played the last shift. He's on the bench now. And with his assist on the Hall goal, has 5 assists in 4 preseason games. Still looking for his first goal. Chance for Yakupov to break in on the left wing. Nail Yakupov with a shot. He scores! Yakupov, with 42 seconds to go in the period, ties the game at 2.
Jacob Markstrom dug the puck out and shot it down the ice after this one. Alex Biega is coming back on Nail Yakupov, has the angle, keeps Yakupov wide. He's outside the faceoff dot. And Markstrom, who has been so good at getting down and getting square, is halfway. And that's why he didn't react to it well, didn't get ready early enough, and Yakupov beats him with one I'm sure Markstrom would like to have back.
Second of the preseason for Nail Yakupov. Sekera and Schultz get assists on that one, but it was pretty much an individual effort with Yakupov bursting down the left wing and letting go with that shot.
Yakupov is one of the first overall picks that the Oilers are thinking. People say, well, they got to trade for a defenseman, and Yakupov's name has been kicked around.
Went number 1 in 2012. 14 goals last season and 33 points in 81 games. Burrows takes a hit in front of the Edmonton bench from Greiba. Final 20 seconds of the period. Here's Hamhuis. Trying to wrist one through. That's deflected to the corner. Hansen chops at the puck. And that goes off an Oiler and over the glass as Griffin Reinhart got in front of the Hansen shot.
Get another look at the Yakupov goal, and Jacob Markstrom, butterfly guy, get down on the ice early. He doesn't get down early enough. He's halfway down, and it's over the pad under the glove. He's been so good during training camp, so compact in his moves, and he's looked so square all the time. Did not look square that time.
Here's Dorsett sending one through the crease. Hamhuis waiting, fakes the shot. 5 seconds to go in the period. Now he centers. Puck deflects back towards Bartkowski. He'll hold it in, but that'll do it for period number 1. There's a Oiler penalty coming up, so the Canucks will start the second period on the power play thanks to a hooking call. But a late one from Yakupov gets by Jake Markstrom, and here's the penalty.
There's a hook. Conner McDavid getting his name on the scoreboard, even in the penalty area.
He's got an assist. Oilers started quickly a minute and a half in. Canucks took the lead, but Yakupov has got this game back to even. We'll hear from Bo Horvat in our first intermission in conversation with Dan Murphy. Through 20 minutes here in Edmonton, the Canucks 2 and the Oilers 2. And we'll be back right after this.
Scored early and late. Canucks scored a couple of times in between. Oilers Canucks squared at 2 after one period from Rexall, inching towards the regular season. Plenty of optimism here at Edmonton for good reason. New head coach, new #1 goaltender, and of course, Conner McDavid. We're going to bring in Mark Spector and Billy Jaffe to speak on all things Oilers right now. Let's start with McDavid because that's where we need to start.
All right.
Expectations are so high.
Yes.
What should we reasonably expect from an 18-year-old in this league?
You know, it's funny because I think expectations are really high around the league because where do you see him a little bit? The kid's fantastic, but here in Edmonton, they've seen so many first overall kids come through and not carry the team to greatness that I don't think Oiler fans expecting this kid to grab the team and bring him into the playoffs. Having said that, he better score 50, 55 points or they'll be disappointed.
I was walking down, the Jasper, and there was a store there. They had rings they were fitting, I think, for Stanley Cup and Ricky.
Yeah,
no, I mean, and there's high expectations. There's an organization they know because Conner McDavid's here that yes, there's a great new feeling to this place, along with Todd McLellan and Peter Chiarelli. But let's temper it a bit. They're saying because yes, the team I think is still just going to struggle to make the playoffs. But again, let's put something in perspective, fellas. Last year, the leading point getters for Rookie of the Year, Johnny Gaudreau and Stone of Ottawa, 64 points, and we all said, that's a pretty good year. Let's just say he exceeds that by a little bit, and he gets to 80, a point a game, basically. That's unbelievable in my opinion. I don't think he'll get there. I think it'll be between 70 and 75, which is still a spectacular season.
Leading point getters in the NHL were just a little bit over 80 last year. It was a down year in scoring.
Yeah.
A little note on the captaincy. Elliot Friedman says that the Oilers are perhaps quietly inching towards removing the C from Andrew Ferentz.
Yeah, here's the issue with Andy Ferentz. They came to camp. Andrew Ferentz is, of course, the captain here. What has happened is there's a logjam for that 5-6 pairing. Eric Greibe is going to play on it for sure. And what's happened is Griffin Reinhart, acquired from the Islanders, has proved himself NHL ready. They think he's going to play there. There's kind of saddled with Nikita Nikitin. That contract's a little bigger than they can move. So the point is, they're looking at Andrew Ferentz and they're saying, we like him as our captain if he plays, but he might not play enough to wear the C.
Yeah, I think they love him as a person. He's meant a lot in his short time to this organization being here. A lot of respectability around the community, and he's such a good guy in that regard. But the fact is, this defense still isn't great, fellas. And it's projected over the next few years when you add a Darnell Nurse to the mix there, along with the Griffin Reinhardts, along with the fact that they're going to continue to get younger and younger. It projects to be good, but it's not there just yet. So the question is, do you get a young guy to get the captaincy and continue to grow like that, or do you give it to a guy that you respect so much but isn't in the lineup as much?
Is the defense still the Achilles here?
Yeah. There's no question. And you have to say this, Cam Talbot's going to be the #1 goalie, but he's never been a #1. So if we're going to give the benefit of the doubt that Cam Talbot can give you adequate #1 goaltending, and that's still out on that one, then for sure the defense is not good enough here for a playoff team.
Spec, how about the fact now he's not been a #1 goalie. Last year, 21 wins and 36 appearances, 31 appearances for the Rangers. He hasn't faced NHL action with this defense in front of him. Remember, the defense he had with the Rangers, pretty darn good. This is going to be seeing shots from a lot of different areas. In particular, second chances are going to be from high traffic, high scoring percentage areas.
A couple of days ago, saw Jordan Eberle go down with a shoulder injury, 4 to 6 weeks. Billy, if you're looking at the Oilers and you're going down, where does he rank on the Oilers' list of guys that couldn't have been hurt to start a season.
He's right there. I mean, he's with the one of the, I don't know, he's at the top, whether it's a McDavid or Hall, he's right there. Nugent Hopkins important too, but I mean, Speck, what, Eberle's led him in points 3 of the last 5 years or 4 of the last 5. He's so important. I think he's their most polished forward in the sense of he's he's not big, but he plays in important situations always, and he gets things done in key time. And I just think he's also the old guy of the young guys, and I think that's enormous for this team.
Yeah, that's the key here. He's a year older than Taylor Hall, so he's just a little bit smarter, a little more experienced. He's a real good finisher. Look, I defy you to name an NHL team and say, we're going to take your top-line right winger away for 4 to 6 weeks, and it's not going to be a problem. It's a problem in 30 towns. It's a problem in Edmonton.
Just less of a problem this year than the panic that would have set in a year ago.
It's a deeper team and a better team. We've said that in Edmonton for a long time, guys. I'm kind of hoping, let me say this real quick. Edmonton Oilers fans, they're all like Charlie Brown, right? They're looking at that football right now, and they're saying, okay, I think it's going to be there when I go to kick it this year. We're hoping.
You guys okay to join us for some Canucks talk in the second intermission?
Sure. That was like the hockey view right there. We kept going and going.
Lots of time.
A lot of time.
We'll take it.
Preseason.
I know the Short House and Garrett are mad when we take away their FaceTime, so let's send it back to them now for the second period.
That's okay. If that was the hockey, the view, then I'm actually sitting next to Barbara Walters right now.
Joy Behar. The guys were talking about Griffin Reinhart making this team, and unfortunately for Griffin Reinhart, the Islanders last year got Nick Leddy and Johnny Boychuk. Reinhart would have been on that team, would have played on a regular basis. He was 4th overall pick. They were grooming him in the American League, but when they picked those 2 guys up, he became expendable. 4th overall ahead of Philip Forsberg, who was in the same draft. And now Reinhart, Griffin gets a chance here. He played as junior with the Oil Kings here. They went to the Memorial Cup, and now he's back having a chance to establish himself as a permanent NHLer.
There's Conner McDavid, who was called for hooking. The penalty assessed at the 20-minute mark of the first, so the Canucks on the power play to start period number 2 in this 2-2 tie. And it's number 2, Andre Sekera, back to clear the puck all the way down to start period number 2. Canucks just 3 for 24 in the preseason on the power play. Oilers struggled on the penalty kill last year. Here's a turnover and a goal for Yannick Weber. Thrown up the middle. Weber wasted no time and made no mistake. And the Canucks with a power play goal lead 3-2.
Well, what a shot. And that's why Yannick Weber is a valuable asset. And the Canucks want to use him on the point in the power play because he does have that offensive flair. He's got the instinct. Here's a turnover by Sekera. And Yannick Weber just snaps it. And what kind of pass was that? Right to Yannick Weber is where it was. And Weber makes no mistake. Just snaps it by Cam Talbot.
First goal and first point of the preseason for Yannick Weber, who had 11 goals for the Canucks last season. The power play tally comes just 24 seconds into the second period.
Scoring on the power play by number 6.
Yannick rudely interrupting my story about the Oilers penalty killing. To finish it, they did struggle last year and were tied for second worst in the NHL at just 76.7%.
Yeah, they thought Andre Sekera would help it. Didn't help it much there.
Drive up. Able to work the puck past Derek Dorsett, and now turning is Anton Lander. Yakupov deflects the puck through and hits to the bench. Dan Hamhuis. Long pass ahead to Yannick Hansen. Try to get the puck to Vey. McDavid back to pick up the puck. Checked. Now gets it ahead towards Slepyshow. Burrows centering pass picked off by Conner McDavid. Draisaitl lines up with the puck, circles his net, and leaves for Andrew Ference. He's able to hold the puck in the Oilers zone. Here's a chance for Vey with a wrist shot. The right pass saved by Cam Talbot. Oilers having trouble in their own zone. Nikitin, though, finds McDavid, and here he comes to center. Conner McDavid with a pass to Leon Draisaitl. Only an extra move. And McDavid was in too soon. With Roger Rogers NHL Game Center Live. You can follow your team on any screen from anywhere. Subscribe for the 2015-16 season before October the 6th to get the early bird rate of $179.99. Get started at Rogers.com/NHL. Jared McCann wins a face-off outside his own blue line. And here comes the latest goal scorer, Yannick Weber, with a pass to McCann. Lead for Adam Cracknell, back for McCann in front. Both Kennins and McCann were there, couldn't get their sticks up. Viega ahead for Cracknell. McCouliot to the blue line, long shot by Sekera, blocked, it hit Cracknell. And here's a steal and a chance for McCann to break out. Jared McCann in the Oilers zone, he shoots off the post. Beat the goaltender, couldn't find the net, and it stays a one-goal game.
Almost caught the Oilers on defense on a change.
Markstrom out to play the puck, missed it. Hall to Draisaitl. He ran into Bo Horvat. Canucks get the puck out, picking up his hand use, and he flips it into Oiler territory. Talbot for Reinhart, and around to Taylor Hall. Here comes McDavid, quickly ahead. Draisaitl in, hand use fell down. Draisaitl centers, gets a return pass from Hall, and he couldn't make contact as the Oilers moved the Canucks from side to side. Talbot out of his net. Throws one across, Reinhart. Ahead to McDavid. He was checked, and here's Brandon Sutter chasing after a puck. Cross going to the net. Sutter centers, and that was blocked by Nikitin. Spiza holds the puck in left point, puts one in front. That's off the stick of Hall into the corner. McDavid out with the puck, and the Oilers want to change. They'll just flip it down into the Vancouver zone. Klinkhammer in front, Spiza as he gets the puck around to Ben Hutton. Now a drop pass, Dorsett to Sutter, puts the puck in and skates in after. The other number 21, Andrew Ference, over to meet Brandon Sutter. Now the puck comes free, and out with it is Mark Letestu. 4 minutes into the second, the Canucks leading 3-2. And Weber ahead to Prost again. The Oilers defense puck team. Prost is at the end of his shift. Now centers the puck, and it's knocked away by Letestu. Onto it is Hansen. Centering pass. Bay with a shot. Stick save by goaltender Cam Talbot. Schultz throws one to center. Oh, Weber made contact leg on leg. Appears to be all right as he was trying to spin out of the way of that check in the neutral zone. Here's another turnover. Bay with a shot, and Talbot out to challenge as Yannick Hansen teed it up for Lyndon Bay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a...
Jared McCann snaps that shot. We've seen this a couple of times. Wow, that was closer than I thought. He beat Cam Talbot cleanly over the glove off the crossbar. And Mark Spector was talking about this. Has he proved it? He's 28 years old, and you can see goals against average.
The Oilers have not been good in that department.
They have not been good, and Cam Talbot's playing with the Rangers, and Alain Vigneault's team is so good at keeping the puck out of the net. You look at Ben Scrivens when he was in Los Angeles. Goals against him under 2. When he was in Toronto, it was over 3, and when he was here with the Oilers, it's over 3.
The Rangers went 18-7. Here's another turnover, and a right pad save by Talbot on that shot. Now another stop with the left pad. First Kennins, then Handuse. A couple of sharp stops for Talbot. I was going to say the Rangers went 18-7 in the time that Henrik Lundqvist missed last season. Talbot in that stretch starting 24 in a row at one point.
Well, here's Andre Sekera again. He likes that up the middle pass. That time at least his stick was checked a little bit. He wasn't trying to throw it up the middle. And Cam Talbot's able to make the save on that one.
Shots are 7-0 Vancouver to start the second period. And Weber got the goal on the power play just 24 seconds into the period off the Sekera turnover. Centering pass didn't get through to Virtanen as Berchi tried to find it. Teddy Purcell to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. In with Pouliot. There's a hard shot. Pouliot on the rebound. Markstrom lunging with the pad, able to make the save. 2 stops there, one off Nugent-Hopkins and then off Benoit Pouliot.
Well, the goaltenders have had some problems in this game, and this time it's Jacob Markstrom, the long shot. Can't handle the rebound. He's going left, the rebound goes right. That should be an easy save, and instead he creates some excitement, able to recover and pounce on it.
Lander out for the face-off. Flanked by Slepyshaw and Yakupov. Puck sent down to the Oilers zone. Dorsett fighting for it with Greiba. Lander out with the puck. 5 goals in the preseason already for Anton Lander. 3 of them came in that one game the other night. Viega checked. Slepyshaw. Now Lander after the puck. Canucks get to the line. Gloved down by Greiba, but forced out by Derek Dorsett. 6 minutes into the second. Canucks leading 3-2. Alex Viega looking up ice. Hard pass for Derek Dorsett. He's offside as Nikitin was able to disrupt the pass. And the Canucks are still offside, but the Oilers get the puck out. Jannik Hansen tries to bank one for Alex Burrows. Knocked away by Reinhart. Now slides in on the goaltender Talbot. He'll cover for the whistle. Lots of offense in this one. Cam Talbot beaten once this period, and Vancouver leads by 1.
Well, Canucks fans can hate the Oilers, but it's pretty tough to dislike that guy right there, Andrew Ference. A couple of days ago, teamed up with the Children's Wish Foundation. That's Mabel right there. Been battling cancer the last 2 years, and 2 days ago she was battling crime in the city of Edmonton, trying to find Mysterio, who had captured Andrew Ference. Great work by the city, by the Children's Wish Foundation, and the Oilers as Mabel, Spider Mabel, saved the day. Conner McDavid in on the action at the end. She dropped the puck that night too at the hockey game, guys.
Awesome. Good news is the prognosis is looking up for Spider Mabel.
Andrew Ference out there for this shift. His team trailing by 1. And he has the puck, sending it ahead for Conner McDavid, who relays quickly to Taylor Hall. In on Bartkowski. Draisaitl joins the action. Puck comes free to Bartkowski, who brings it to center. Gets the Oiler line, dumps one around. Talbot missed it. Burrows tried to catch him out of the rebound. Vey couldn't put it home. Canucks move back in. Lyndon Vey once more. Tried to get that one through. Blocked. Nikitin sends the puck to Hall. Ahead for McDavid. Puck bounces over his stick. Draisaitl advances into the Vancouver zone, and Ben Hutton feeds over to Lucas Spiza. Long lead feed. Here's Kennins trying to go through the defense with a shot. Knocked down by Talbot. Rebound cleared to the side. Spiza overskated it. And now Nugent Hopkins. One hands the puck through. Purcell couldn't catch it. Ronnie Kennins for Vancouver. Pursued by Purcell. Fights off the check and passes to Adam Cracknell. Bodied by Ference. Kennins throws a hit. And McCann gets the puck. Jared McCann throws one across. That went off Purcell. The pass intended for Kennins. Puck held into the blue line. Canucks will start to change. Nearing the 8-minute mark, second period. Oilers trailing 3-2. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins up with the puck. Bertanen got a good piece of him as it was played into the Vancouver zone. Weber up for Bertanen. He tips, he missed it apparently. Looks like he tipped it to the line, but it's an icing call against Vancouver.
Lucas Spiza with a nice long pass to Ronald Cannons. Gets the wrist shot. Cam Talbot able to fight it off. Cannons head up. And Talbot out top of the crease makes the save.
Canucks with possession off the face-off. Viega for Bertanen. This time he did tick it. Greiba's back for the puck. Hard pass for Slepyshaw. And he couldn't handle it cleanly, move it out. Oilers try the other side. There's a turnover, and a loose puck slides through to Talbot, who covers. Bartkowski, rather than shooting, tried to set up a tip-in in front.
The Oilers like that play up the middle, and it's not working very well for them. And use the board. So you can see the play up the middle doesn't work. Griffin Reinhart And you can bet Bob McClellan will watch the tape of this one and say, okay, we can use the boards every now and then.
Face-off win for the Canucks. Bartkowski tried a shot, blocked by Hendricks, and the puck is out to center. Hughes ahead, and the puck off the stick of Sutter and into the seats for a whistle.
Edmonton Oilers have had that first pick 4 of the last 6 years. Leon Draisaitl was 3rd overall, and Darnell Nurse was 7th. So you look at their first-round picks. And Nail Yakupov was the one where there was the other guys. There was no doubt who was going to be first overall. But Yakupov, do you take a defenseman? You take another forward? And there's still a lot of debate about the Oilers making a mistake that draft.
9 minutes into the second period of this preseason game. Canucks leading 3-2. Same 2 teams will meet again Saturday at Rogers Arena as they close out the preseason.
And the Canucks have been pretty good over the past 10 years. So you look at their draft selection places, and okay, recently 6th and 9th, but Brandon Sutter, obviously not one of the Canuck draft choices. These other guys. Jared McCann, 24th. And McCann is the surprise of camp, I think. Well, he and Ben Hutton.
And here is Hutton driving to the net and couldn't put it home on the backhand. Cracknell from behind the goal. Here's Hutton once more with a shot gloved by Talbot, and he hangs on. If you weren't with us to start the game, Ben Hutton had a tough first shift. The Oilers wound up scoring the opening goal, but he's just settled right down and looked as poised as ever on every shift since.
There, Ben Hutton protect the puck. And Cam Talbot's able to poke check the puck away. Nikita Nikitin let Hutton go around him.
Shots now 9-2 Vancouver in the second. Virtanen back to Biega. His shot blocked in front. Weber hustles to try to hold the puck in. Virtanen from the corner. Up for Yannick Weber. Being checked by Conner McDavid. And the puck is lifted high and out to center. Weber turns, plays it back in. Talbot out to collect the puck. He gets it to the corner, but no further, as Berchi was able to block it. Oilers try the near side. Slepyshev is checked by Biega. Now Hall has some room, and he quickly passes to McDavid. The 18-year-old in over the Vancouver line on the right wing. McDavid puts the puck in front. Now it comes right back to him. And the blue line feed is out of the reach of Reinhart. The puck goes down the ice. Past the halfway mark of the second, with Edmonton trailing by 1. Here's Brandon Prust. Soft pass in the middle. Dorsett back for Prust, but they were offside. And the whistle blows. We saw a little of the McDavid magic on the last foray up the ice. Dorsett's team up by 1.
Just one preseason game left before the regular season kicks off and the team starts the race to the playoffs. Come be a part of the action. Canucks tickets on sale now, including single game tickets, season tickets, and group offers. Go to Canucks.com/tickets to buy yours now.
The Oilers start with a 3-game road trip. It's good news, bad news sometimes. You happen to win 2 of the 3, it's always good news. They're in St. Louis, Nashville, and Dallas to start the season. Their first home game is the 15th against St. Louis.
Here's a chance for Clickhammer, setting one up. Reinhart with a shot, stopped by Markstrom. And he gets the whistle.
Now that's the way Jacob Markstrom has been playing the entire camp. Get square, get in position. His size, you get down early and control the rebounds. Reinhart has a chance. There's some traffic in front, but no rebound at all.
10th shot of the game for the Oilers. There's 3 here in the second. Burrows knocks that one down. And leads the rush over the Oiler line. Drop pass. Hutton with a wrist shot, and he whistled that one over top of the goal. Hutton, who's in deep again. Pass to the corner. Knocked away, but Vey gets the puck. Brings it around to the far side. Yakupov. Hansen got a piece of him. Burrows gets the puck, but his pass to the blue line is out of the reach of Spiza, who has to chase back. quickly ahead to Burrows. And he slams the puck in behind the Oilers' goal. Yakupov trying to move it out. Gets another chance and lifts it high off the boards and out to center.
The Oilers are going to have to get used to a good puck handling goalie. Cam Talbot can do that, and so far they've had some problems.
That shot by Sutter misses the net. Kennan's working to hold the puck in the Oilers' end. Ferentz gives chase on the far side. Hit by Sutter after making the pass ahead, and Yannick Weber controls. McCann back to Biega. And here's Jared McCann again, skating over the Oiler line. Leaves for Sutter, puts one on goal. Rebound, McCann jammed at it, went wide. And wheeling out with the puck is Nugent Hopkins. Quickly to center. Purcell on his right takes the pass. Teddy Purcell, wrist shot, hit his skate on the way through. And Weber clears the puck to the near side. McCann couldn't get it by Schultz. Markstrom taps the puck to the other side. Weber, hit by Nugent Hopkins. And slow to get out. Weber looks a little shaky. Doesn't have his stick. Oilers trying to jam one in. Markstrom holds it out, and now Weber is going to complain to the official. I didn't see exactly what happened, but he went down in a heap.
And you can see Yannick Weber still giving it to the referee. Steve Kazari is pleading his case. Here's Yannick Weber, and there's the hit.
Elbow in, shoulder down, hit the head or the back.
That's a borderline one.
Yeah, he got him in, in the back.
Shoulder to shoulder. Yeah, that was close. Kazari was right on it. Didn't make the call.
Here's Jake Virtanen backhanding the puck into the Edmonton zone. Now he's going to get a penalty as he hooked his man. Delayed penalty to Jake Virtanen as the Oilers move up ice. McDavid through the defense to the net. Where's the puck? And it's in the glove of Markstrom, I think. Slepyshev in the crease. And another foray up ice by Conner McDavid. And now his Oilers will be on the power play as Virtanen heads to the box.
And that's Brad Watson making the call, not Steve Kazari, who didn't make the call at the other end. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Jake Virtanen has a stick under the arms. Now, this would have been an interesting one for a coach's challenge. And during the exhibition series, there is no coach's challenge, but Slepyshev was in the crease.
Some say it's Slepyshev, but then you just sound like you've had too many.
Yes.
7 minutes left in the second. Oilers on the power play for the second time. They failed on an opportunity midway through the first when Brandon Prust went off for holding. Markstrom gets the puck to Spiza. He backhands it out to center. Nugent Hopkins to McDavid. Broken up by Hutton, and the puck's back out to center. Sutter heads to the bench, replaced by Adam Cracknell. Here's Taylor Hall in. Pass in the middle. Nugent Hopkins, watched by Burrows. Feeds in deep. And here comes McDavid to Hall. Back to Schultz. To the side, Nugent Hopkins missed the pass. But he's able to poke the puck behind the net. Picked off there by Hutton, but he couldn't get anything on the clearing attempt. Puck to the blue line, Schultz. Nugent Hopkins had trouble with that one. And he gives the puck away to Spiza. Ahead to Cracknell. And he'll dump the puck in, try to go after it. There's going to be a penalty there to Nugent Hopkins for interference. Referee saying he waited too long or too much time had passed after Cracknell got rid of the puck. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 48 seconds.
Here again, okay, it's chipped. And now Nugent Hopkins stepped inside, then stepped back outside. I think that was it, John, more than the timing of it. He did step inside, and then he decided, okay, I'll take Cracknell out. Ends up with the interference penalty.
So the interference call to Nugent Hopkins takes the game to 4-on-4 for the first time. Here's Lyndon Vey. And he's forced back out to center. Yannick Hansen gets over the Oiler line, leaves for Vey. Bartkowski looks in front with a shot, gloved by Talbot, and he hangs on for the whistle. We'll take a break. Teams playing 4-on-4. Canucks still with a 1-goal lead here. It's 3-2 late in the second.
Your child could be the Toyota Junior Trainer at a Canucks home game this season. Enter online for your chance to win 2 tickets to an upcoming game where your child will go on an exclusive arena tour and watch the warm-up from the Canucks player bench. Visit Canucks.com/Junior Trainer to enter.
Hang out with John Sanderson. Yes. He'd probably make you go for a 10-mile run.
Don't let Roger Takahashi get anywhere near
your diet or your food anyway. Here's Brandon Sutter putting one in front, intercepted by McDavid. Quickly ahead to Hall. Taylor Hall with McDavid in front, trying to cut to the net, and sprawling with Spiza. Puck winds up in the corner. Hall carries it back. Now down the boards. Nikitin to Ferentz. He's checked. And Virtanen's out of the box. Canucks have a 2-on-1. Jake Virtanen cutting in on goal. Virtanen shoots, kicked out, and rebound cleared to the corner by Andrew Ferentz. Canucks on the power play for another minute with Nugent Hopkins off for interference. And Weber moves down to hold the puck in. Bo Horvat to Yannick Weber. Pass in front. Virtanen feeds it back to Hutton. Rolling puck. He'll settle it and get it to the side. Sven Berchi to Yannick Weber. Shoots. And it's in. I think it hit Virtanen, maybe.
Virtanen might have hit him in the face.
He's clutching his face, and they're calling for attention. It may be his goal, but he's paid the price for it in front.
Well, yeah, leaking.
Yikes.
We saw Brendan Gaunce take one in the face in San Jose, and here comes John Sanderson out to tend to Jake Virtanen. They go off the ice at that end and right to the dressing room here at Rexall Place.
And Virtanen a wave to the crowd here.
I like the way he plays. He's not afraid. He's big. He's 210. He goes in front. You can see he saw it coming and turned. Got the glancing blow. Will get the goal. Andrew Ferentz couldn't handle him in front, and that shot by Yannick Weber, tipped in by Jake Virtanen inadvertently.
I've talked to Yannick Weber about this, and he thinks about this. That went off the stick.
The stick, yes. He usually does keep it down.
And defensemen with big shots, and Sammy Salo felt the same way when he wore number 6 for Vancouver. They worry about this happening and hurting a teammate. And that one ramping up off the stick.
And you can see Yannick Weber saying, yeah, it was deflected.
So they have to do a quick ice clean. They'll work on Virtanen and see if he's able to return to the game. But he has his second of the preseason, had the power play goal in Calgary and another power play goal here in Edmonton to give the Canucks a 2-goal lead.
Power play by number 77, Jake Virtanen. The assist.
Bartkowski back for a loose puck, and he's able to get it out to center. Sven Berchi has 3 assists in the hockey game. And he needed something like that.
Yes.
McCann trying to work the puck into the Oilers zone. Edmonton takes it back. 4 minutes left, second period. Canucks with a couple goals here in the middle frame. And Weber instrumental in both of them. He scored the first one and had that shot deflecting off teammate Jake Virtanen.
Virtanen made a good play on the 2-on-1 right before that. Good low shot, got a rebound.
Here's Adam Cracknell in for Brandon Prust. Matt Hendricks gets the puck for the Oilers, and he reverses. Schultz banks it ahead, but that passes off the mark, and this will be an icing call, bringing the faceoff back into the Edmonton zone. Well, you got to be brave to go to the front of the net.
Well, that's it. Here's Virtanen. He goes around Ferentz, and that puck is deflected on the shot by Yannick Weber. Catches Virtanen just underneath the face mask. You can see him waving as John Sanderson helps him off.
On the resumption of play, the Canucks work to hold the puck in the Edmonton zone, but here's Rob Klinkhammer. Second up moves the puck forward. Spiza under pressure from Klinkhammer. And Ben Hutton winds up with possession. Ahead for Alex Burrows, who was checked by Schultz, but got the puck out on the second attempt. Spiza elects to bring it back in his own zone, but able to make the play across after getting knocked down by McDavid. Pardon me, that was Pouliot, and here comes Benoit Pouliot with a pass to Teddy Purcell, who didn't miss by much. Rebound, Nugent Hopkins off the glove of Markstrom. Purcell to Pouliot, stopped by Markstrom. Loose puck in front, and Spiza able to clear it to the side. Hutton, check from behind, gets the puck to the line, not out. Now Burrows able to glove it out to center. 2.5 minutes left in the second. Oilers trailing by 2. Been out there a while. Like to get the puck down the ice, get off on a change, and lugging it to center will help. He hits the bench as the Canucks move in. Berchi with a blast, stopped by Cam Talbot. Canucks have a lot of bodies at the bench. Slepyshev saw that. He tried to poke the puck into the skates and get a penalty call. McDavid around behind for Andrew Ference. Now Hall to Slepyshev. Moving in on Alex Biega. Low shot handled by Markstrom, who steers the puck to the corner. Oilers maintain possession. Long shot by Reinhart. Changed direction, and Markstrom reacting, made the save. Puck still loose at the side, and now behind the net, cleared to the near boards. Brandon Prust will settle things down for Vancouver with a pass to Sven Berchi. He's in on the right wing, drops to Biega. His shot winds up on the near side. And with 1.5 minutes to go in the period, Leon Draisaitl moves out. He puts the puck in front, and Reinhart unable to reach it. Prust. Checked by Yakupov. He goes rink wide. Here's Reinhart. Fakes the shot. Moves in closer. Now centers. And that one went wide. Late pressure from the Oilers trying to get back within one. Yakupov with a shot. Markstrom to save through traffic. Here's Anton Lander with a centering pass. And that was blocked, but the Oilers still have the puck. Reinhart to Yakupov to the net. Tipped wide. Draisaitl got his stick on that one. Final minute of the second. Oilers pressing, but that pass is by Reinhart and down to the Oiler blue line. Here's a steal for the Canucks. And McCann centers. Bartkowski's shot bounces through to Talbot, and he hangs on.
Canucks needed the change. They had the steal, and they were waiting after good Oiler pressure. Jacob Markstrom has that one go wide, misses the shot by Nugent Hopkins, and now has to make 2 good saves in tight. Off the shoulder, and then paddled down, able to stop the rebound.
.41 seconds to go in the second period. And the face-off in the Oilers zone. Edmonton able to draw it back. This will be an icing call. Another face-off upcoming in the Oilers zone.
Oilers lost Boyd Gordon, who took a lot of face-offs for them. Nugent Hopkins took the most for them last year. He's pretty good. Brandon Sutter took the second most face-offs for the Pittsburgh Penguins last year.
Behind Sidney Crosby.
Behind Sidney Crosby. So once he gets more used to the Western Conference and guys that he's going to take faceoffs, he'll be better.
Here's Kennons off the faceoff. Centering pass for Sutter goes high in the air. He leaps to try to come up with that puck. Stays in the Oilers zone. Now Hamhuis with a long test that didn't get through. Canucks still playing with 11 forwards in the absence of Jake Virtanen. As Nugent Hopkins moves in with a pass for Schultz, that's broken up. And you worry in Virtanen's case, as Horvat moves in, nobody in front. Not just about returning this game, but you worry that there might be structural damage, and we'll just hope that it's not, as the puck that gave the Canucks their 4th goal hit him in the face. We're going to hear from Griffin Reinhart of the Edmonton Oilers coming up in our second intermission as Jacob Markstrom skates off, having stopped 15 of 17 shots so far. Canucks with 4 goals on 20 shots. 2 in the Second period, both on power plays, Weber and Virtanen. 4-2 after 2. Back to Edmonton right after this.
Welcome back to Edmonton. Second last game of exhibition play for the Canucks and the Oilers. Will play again Saturday night in Vancouver. Canucks up 4-2. We're back at Rexall with Mark Spector and Billy Jaffe, and a lot of talk about the youngsters in Vancouver. Let's stick with the teenage forwards for now. Mark, you saw Jake Virtanen at the Young Stars tournament in Penticton. You see him again tonight. Small sample size, but do you think he's got the game that can translate to the next level?
Well, you know what? Sitting here in Edmonton, one thing we've watched when you look at junior age kids trying to play in the NHL is this Oilers team's always had smaller guys. Could Nugent Hopkins take it? Could Eberle take it? Could Hall take it? Jake Virtanen's got an NHL body. He can take the physical play of the NHL. I'm going to say Jared McCann might have a more NHL-ready skill, certainly an NHL-ready release. But Virtanen's got an NHL-ready body, and maybe that's what it takes for a young guy to survive.
Keep them both up for 9. Get it, if you can. I mean, obviously you got to look at the roster size, but if you can afford to put them in numerically or financially, which that should be able to work out, give them both a go. See, right now Vancouver, as far as I'm concerned, like a couple of other teams around the league, Murph, are saying, what are we? Are we going for the playoffs? Are we looking to make the playoffs, but in the meantime build our youth up, or are we looking to tear it down and build it up? I think it's more of the middle ground where, yeah, it'd be nice if they made the playoffs, but more important than anything, you've got to develop your youth. And even if you just give them those 9 games, that taste, give them the cookies a little bit, let them get a taste for it.
And they could get a look to at how much the level of play plays,
yes.
Raises in the regular season, 30, 40%, whatever it is. All right, Brandon Sutter is the biggest offseason acquisition for Vancouver. You saw him a lot because you've seen a lot of games in the East. Does he have what it takes to play center in the West?
Yes, but it's going to be a challenge here. He's got good size. He's 6'3", over 200 pounds. He skates really well. He's got a beautiful shot coming down the right side, and he's a really good penalty killer. But is he physical enough and strong enough to compete regularly against the big centermen from the West? We'll have to wait and see how they match up, but that should be his role right there. I think it's going to be a challenge for him. I think he's a very good player. Upside, 45, 50 points. If he gets 50 points, that's probably top level, I think, there. 40
points has been the ceiling for him so far. Sven Barchi, he's getting a chance. He will get a chance, likely to play top 6 minutes. They gave up a second rounder to the Flames, who had no use for him last year. Impression so far?
Well, he's been real good tonight. He skates up and down the wing real fast. He's got a nice shot. But here's what really intrigues me about Sven Barchi, guys. Brad Treliving, the GM in Calgary, is one of the smart young GMs in the game. I got a ton of respect for him. Jimmy Benning, his family's like hockey royalty in this town. I got a ton of respect for him, too. One of those 2 guys is going to be right on Sven Barchi, and one is going to be wrong. And I don't know which one it's going to be yet. But Barchi tonight looks like an NHL player. He's got to look like this a few more nights, Billy, if he's going to stick.
Billy, in 40 seconds, can you tell us about Barkowski? Because you've done a ton of Bruins games.
I did a lot. We saw one time in the second period, wheels. He's got wheels. He's got speed. He can take the puck, giddy up and go. It can be a one-man breakout. Once in a while, he may try and do at times a little much with the puck, but sometimes you'll take that for all the other stuff. Probably good for him to get a change of scenery from Boston. He would have a few good games, sometimes come down a little bit, but never got a real bona fide big chance there. I think it's a nice pickup by Vancouver. Give him an opportunity. 1-year deal to Murph. He'll be motivated.
Well, thanks, guys, for your thoughts on these teams and those players. We look to talk to you again during the regular season. All right, Shorty.
Murph, thanks. And there's a very positive sign for the Vancouver Canucks. Jake Virtanen hit the side of the
just base of the stitches by the left eye. You can see Dr. Mike Wilkinson, who's on the trip again. Fortunately for the Canucks, did Brendan Gaunce in San Jose, and now Jake Virtanen. You can see the stitches just by his left eye, and looks like he's going to be all right. He's got a couple of shiners from it.
Paid the price, got a power play goal.
As Mark and Billy were saying, he's physically, they went to the net around Andrew Ference and stood there to provide the screen, and ends up with a goal off his face.
And the period's over.
Off to a good start.
They'll start again. The clock went to 0.
And you can see the referees going over. What's going on, guys? Preseason, not quite up to snuff.
4-2 Canucks lead as we get set to start the third period.
Who's the senior referee? And Brad Watson and Steve Kazari. I'd have to look that up.
Putting me on the spot.
Yeah, I know. Both guys have been around.
Close. Derek Dorsett with a hard pass to center, got by Dan Hamhuis, who's able to take the puck on the ricochet and send one in, gloved by Cam Talbot, and there'll be a face-off in the Oilers zone. Talbot beaten 4 times on 20 shots. Jacob Markstrom has stopped 15 of 17 for Vancouver.
Look at this Oiler lineup, very representative. Oscar Klefbom, who is a very good defenseman, he's not in. And Mark Fane, you would think he would be in the starting lineup for the Oilers. And other than that, up front, they've pretty well got their lineup. They've had lots of chances, control the puck.
I'm going to guess Brad Watson is the senior of the two. Probably around 1,100 games.
Yes. David Moyer looked that up for you and is trying to make me look bad.
Shush. Don't give away my secrets. Hey, now the Sportsnet app, if you haven't heard, is a game changer. Get the latest news, scores, stats, and video highlights personalized for you. Plus, watch your favorite Sportsnet channels live from anywhere. Download in the App Store today.
To watch all the Blue Jays celebrations last night?
I might be able to watch it on the new Apple Watch. I just won at the Marine Drive
You
Golf Club
are so excited about that.
Hi, guys. Thanks for the watch. Here's a chance for the Oilers. McDavid to the net, to the crease. Loose puck grabbed by Markstrom. As Conner McDavid scooted in off the right side.
Man, watch Conner McDavid and the things that he does. And everybody who talks to him says he's so mature and he speaks so well. Well, on ice, look at this play and how he protects the puck. Uses his reach, pulls it backhand, forehand. And Jacob Markstrom has to make another very good save. Protects the puck. Ben Hutton couldn't get to it. And Markstrom called on to make a very good save in close.
Nugent Hopkins on the draw. Puck came free to Sven Berchi. And a nice pass to Bertanen towards Horvat in the middle. There's a pass. Bo Horvat scores! Off the rush. His second of the game. He and Bertanen each have 3 points, and the Canucks lead 5-2.
Tom McClellan looking up to see how the defense got trapped on this one. Right from the faceoff, the Canucks win the draw, and it's Bo Horvat who won that faceoff and then jumps up the middle. Beautiful pass, and what a shot by Bo Horvat. He's got it on the backhand, pulls to the forehand and snaps it. Settles the puck down first and beats Cam Talbot stick side.
The first pass to center onto the right wing was from Sven Berchi, and he now has 4 assists in the hockey game.
You and I were talking about the stars at the end of the second period. That whole line could be a star.
There's a turnover and a chance in front. A backhander by Prust, handled by Cam Talbot. Horvat with 2 goals and an assist. Bertanen has a goal and 2 assists. And Berchi has 4 assists for Vancouver.
Here's the pass. Bertanen to Bo Horvat, head up. And Nugent Hopkins, who took the draw, couldn't get back fast enough on Horvat.
Three-goal lead for the visitors. Bo Horvat with 3 goals in the preseason now. Brandon Sutter moving in on the forecheck. Greiba plays the puck away. McCann trying to get to the blue line. Taken away by Klinkhammer, but held in the Edmonton zone by Dan Hamhuis. Greiba from behind the net, flushed out by Sutter. Counting him from behind. Now from center, Matt Hendricks risks the puck into Vancouver territory. Klinkhammer. Checked. Justin Schultz at the right point. Steps around Ronnie Pennins, tries a shot. That missed the net. Waiting at the left point is Sekera. Puts one towards the goal. Picked off by Adam Cracknell. And he skates the other way. Pass for Dorsett and offside the call.
Canuck prospects, and you can see the draft picks and how they've done. Cole Castle's team beat out Conner McDavid's team in the OHL finals last year. Brendan Gaunce has looked very good in camp.
Leon Draisaitl couldn't get the puck out. Cracknell fighting a bit on the near side, and Draisaitl once up with the puck once more. Pass to Schultz and ahead to Anton Lander. Back for Schultz down the right, centers the puck. Yakupov stopped by Markstrom. Now another centering pass, and Draisaitl chipped that one over top of the net on the backhand. Cracknell out with the puck. Forced back. And now Ben Hutton for Derek Dorsey. Leaves for Hutton, who finds some room and goes glass and out. No icing, and the Canucks will be able to make a full change. The Oilers will start to do the same. McDavid's back on the ice, and there's the pass to him. In on the left wing, wide on Burrows. Conner McDavid puts one in front off the goal stick of Jacob Markstrom. Jannik Hansen all the way into the Oilers zone. Slepyshev banks one for Taylor Hall, just unloads the puck to center and onto the stick of Yannick Weber. 3.5 minutes into the third. The Canucks leading 5-2. Trying to even their record in the preseason and hand the Oilers their first loss. Edmonton came into this game 6-0. Here's a chance for Burrows in front. Tried to drop one off for Vey, and that didn't work. McDavid pressured by Vey at the blue line, but comes up with the puck, gets it to Hall, back to McDavid. Moving in on Hamhuis, who stayed right with the man. He freed up the puck for Matt Bartkowski. Fans react as McDavid went down at the end of that sequence. He heads to the Oiler bench, and jumping over the boards for replacement is Nugent Hopkins. Here's Virtanen, pass back for Spiza, and Nugent Hopkins able to direct that one down the ice. Markstrom onto the tape of Berchi, and here comes this line again. Virtanen in, centering pass. Horvat, off an Oilers stick as Berchi was there, hoping for his 5th point of the night. Pouliot steps around Spiza. Hutton goes back to the puck. And Spiza now settles it, skating behind his own net. Up the middle of Horvat. And Herschel intercepts his pass. Berchi picked that one off, but offside was Horvat, and the whistle blows.
Well, the Canucks, especially that one line, they got 10 points. Here's another chance for the Oilers. Jacob Markstrom, square, shoulders up. They can't get the rebound. Now, you don't see this in junior. Dan Hamhuis, the veteran defenseman, fist on the chest, doesn't watch the puck at all, and then Conner McDavid trying to draw the penalty after the play.
Anton Lander for the Oilers. Ahead for Yakupov, who chops the puck in behind the Vancouver goal. Played to the near side. Sutter is there under pressure from Sekera. His pass to the middle, taken away by Alex Biega, who goes rink wide for Ronald Kennens. Here's Sutter in on the right with a wrist shot. Save and a rebound stop as well as Kennens went hard to the front and got a second opportunity on goal.
Talked about the Canucks prospects, how well they're playing, and you have to have that in a training camp where your key players are getting older. Henrik and Daniel just had a birthday, turned 35. Radim Verbata, 31 goals last year, but he's getting up there. Alex Burrows. Your core players are aging a little bit. You have to have that influx of youth, and the Canucks have shown that they have the prospects there.
Matt Hendricks frees up a puck at center for Andrew Ferentz, who slides a long one in on Markstrom. Ahead for Crust, who just let the puck escape the zone to center. Ferentz has it. Chips it the other way. Hamhuis finds Crust, who goes rink wide to Bartkowski. A little more than 5.5 minutes gone in the third period. Canucks 5, the Oilers 2. Dorsett working for the puck deep in the Oilers zone. The Keaton's on him. Now Crust and Ferentz engage. Klinkhammer couldn't get it by Bartkowski. Keaton tried to send it behind that. Puck deflects in front. Ferentz there to Hendricks. And he's able to work it to center and now follow on himself. Letestu plays the puck into the Vancouver zone, and Bartkowski goes back. Hutton finds Burrows. Pass for Vey was behind him. And Greiba winds up with the puck for the Oilers. Taylor Hall to Conner McDavid. Aimless speed. Puck knocked away. Hall follows up. Slepyshev couldn't handle it. And here's Lucas Spiza across his own zone to Ben Hutton. Rink wide at center. Burrows slides the puck in and heads to the bench. Spiza. Pass across. That escapes the zone. Hutton will shoot the puck back in, and the Canucks will complete their change. 7 minutes gone, third period. Canucks up by 3, and that'll be an icing call against Edmonton. The Tim and Sid Show features in-depth sports analysis, fan-favorite classics, and must-see guests. Catch them weeknights right here on Sportsnet or connect online 24/7 at Tim and Sid. Had the ski goggles on the show today.
Yes, they look pretty good.
Response to the Blue Jays dressing room celebrations. Berchi had to duck to get out of the way of that puck off the stick of Yannick Weber. Markstrom up to play it for Vancouver. Here's Virtanen. Weber drops off. Berchi with the puck.
Confident Jacob Markstrom handling the puck here in the third period. Way out of his net.
A few times, hasn't he? Get a little oomph on it.
Yes.
Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with a pass for Benoit Pouliot. Horvat came back to intercept the next feed, and now Hamhuis ahead to Sutter. Wide on Schultz with a shot that hit the side of the goal. Schultz gloves the puck down, and he finds Pouliot, who just throws it to an open wing. 8 minutes into the third. Here's a lead pass for Sutter. In alone. Shoots. Glove saved by Talbot. As Brandon Sutter leaned into that one, but couldn't beat the Oiler goaltender. He was lurking, and the pass was perfect, but Sutter couldn't find the back of the net. Get Rogers' new Internet 5 at an everyday low price of $24.99 a month. Modem rental or purchase required. Ask about other plans that deliver the fastest internet speeds to the most Canadians. Call 1-888-ROGERS-1 today.
Brandon Sutter trying to get into the act. Matt Bartkowski gets this puck one time right up the middle. Brandon Sutter has lots of time. Thinks he can beat Cam Talbot high glove side, and Talbot robbed.
Here's Dorsett centering. Hutton shoots, and that went off a stick and over top of the net. Dorsett trying to force the puck back in front. Now Prust is after it for Vancouver. Dorsett turning in the corner. Still with the puck. Cracknell takes his pass. Hutton wants the one-timer. Klinkhammer knew that as well and was able to deflect the pass out to center. Adam Cracknell sends the puck back in. Talbot steers it to the corner. Canucks are changing, so Cracknell will try to tie up the puck for a bit. Let his teammates get back into the play. Nikita Nikitin waits with the puck as the Oilers complete their change. Just about 9 minutes into the third. Canucks leading by 3, and there's almost another turnover. Oilers, Draisaitl able to play the puck ahead. Weber has it for Vancouver to Burrows. Touch pass to Vey. He carries in, drops for Burrows, who whistled one over top of the goal. Eric Greiba hit by Burrows as he made his pass into Keaton, who just unloaded the puck to center. And the Oilers having trouble getting up ice this period. Yannick Weber drops to Alex Biega. There's an Oiler penalty coming up. There goes Markstrom to the bench. Delayed call. And as Edmonton touches the puck, the whistle blows for a holding call. So Anton Lander, the culprit, and the Canucks will get their third power play. They're 1 for 2.
Left hand.
Anton 2 for 2.
Lander grabs the stick, grabs the shoulder of Yannick Weber, and ends up in the penalty box. Lander, who, as you said, had the hat trick last game against the Arizona Coyotes, is been non-existent in this one.
9:36 the time of the penalty. And yes, to clarify, the Canucks are 2 for 2. Weber and Virtanen, the goals in the second period, both with the man advantage.
Another with Jacob Markstrom move behind the net.
Starting to feel it.
Yes.
Here's a long knee pass, a good one. Burrows fell down as he tried to move in. He gets the puck back, sends it to the blue line to Hutton. Ben Hutton to Alex Burrows. Shot. And whistle in front.
Here's Jacob Markstrom again. Cute little move. Okay, here he comes. Letestu on the forecheck, and Markstrom backhand off the boards. This is a confident goaltender here in the third period. Brian Miller's not a great puck handler. Roberto Luongo wasn't a very good puck handler. Eddie Lack didn't really handle the puck very well.
Minute 25 to go on the Vancouver power play as Purcell sends the Canucks all the way back into their own zone. Markstrom to Hamhuis. Pass for Vey was out of his reach. And Sekera sends the Canucks back into their own zone. Jared McCann. Puck comes back to him. He'll carry it over the Oiler line. But it was knocked away by Sekera, and the puck is back out to neutral ice. McCann again off a pass from Vey. Oilers clear the line. Hamhuis, nice hole. Pass down to Virtanen. Sharp angle shot hit the outside of the post. Now Virtanen falls down. There's a full 360 on the way down. McCann centers, and Klinkhammer intercepts and plays the puck all the way down. Markstrom gives that one away, but Bartkowski able to intercept in front of his own goal. Under 9 minutes left in the third. Canucks have just over 20 seconds left in their power play as Horvat wheels it. Puck clear to the side. Berchi there to pick it up. Berchi to Hutton. He spins to get away from Hall. Mickey collects the loose puck off the glass and down, and that'll do it for the power play. Canucks 2 for 3 as Lander returns to the game. Didn't test Talbot with that man advantage, but still maintain a 3-goal lead with a little over 8 minutes to go. Burrows. Checked by Greiber. Berchi was with Alex Burrows, hoping for a chip into the middle. It never came. Griffin Reinhart hit by Dorsett after making his pass. Here's Lucas Spiza to Alex Biega. A little burst to get in on the left wing. Biega with a first shot into the glove of Talbot. And he hangs on. 7:45 now remaining in the third. Canucks 5, the Oilers 2 here in Edmonton.
The official PharmaSafe Canucks calendar now on sale at PharmaSafe stores around BC for $6.99. Hidden inside every calendar, a unique code. Pick up your copy. You can enter to win a pair of Canucks season tickets. You must enter by October 7th to be eligible to win.
Wonder if I'd have to get Murph to show me how to work the code. He's teaching me how to use my phone. Every day I have to ask him little questions about how to set up my calendar and stuff.
You're still late for everything. That was just a throwaway line. You're never late for anything.
You're not early.
You're late.
Exactly.
Benoit Pouliot pressuring Lucas Spiza, who's able to find Alex Biega in traffic.
Should be a penalty, not called.
Spiza slashing the stick out of the hands of Pouliot.
Broke it right in half.
Right in front of Brad Watson. And now Pouliot takes a run at Spiza in the neutral zone. Brandon Prust. Sutter trying to feed the blue line. And the puck is kicked to center by Schultz. Bartkowski brings it back in. Hard pass across, intercepted. Here comes Hall. McDavid trailing. Now Hall stops, sends the puck in. Slepper shout. Couldn't come up with it. And Keaton moves down from the right point. Here's Conner McDavid. Crust blocked his pass. Now he gets it through. Keaton with a long shot. Blocked in front. Loose puck picked up by Bartkowski. Ahead for Crust, and he's able to clear the zone. Racing after the puck is McCann. Sutter in the middle. Hanhuse the trailer. The pass for Sutter bounced over his stick. Did you hear Hanhuse banging the ice as the trailer? He was open moving down the middle. And the pass for Sutter didn't click. Hall risks a high one in off the glass. Biega looks up ice with 6 minutes to go in the third. Hansen tips the puck into Oiler territory. Drive up to Draisaitl. Yakupov couldn't catch up with that one. And Yannick Weber has the puck. Burrows checked by Reinhardt as he tried to move it in. Now it's sent behind the Oiler goal. Drive is there to start out. Ahead to Lander. Draisaitl onto the right side. Yakupov tried to find Draisaitl going to the net. Canucks pick up the loose puck and chip it out. Berchi pressuring his man Yakupov, but the puck gets to Draisaitl, who plays it ahead. Offside as Hutton got a piece of that one. And he'll step aside on the whistle with 5:18 to go, and the Canucks on the road leading by 3.
It has been an eventful night for one line of the Canucks, the one that involves Jake Virtanen.
He was good on the forecheck on the first Bo Horvat goal, and he gets one by standing in front. It's off his face. Waves to the crowd. That's a veteran move, and Bo Horvat on the pass from Jake Virtanen. Snaps it by Cam Talbot. That line has been very, very good, and 10 points. Sven Berchi had 6 points in 18 games last year in the NHL. He's got 4 in this one. Big Talk Radio will be a little quieter.
His timing was good. Here's Nugent Hopkins in. Drop past Pouliot. Finds some room. Back to Nugent Hopkins. Round the net. Still with the puck. Now dishes it off. Schultz drags in front. Tries a wrist shot. Blocked. Nugent Hopkins once more. Towards the goal. Blocked by Spiza. Pouliot. Bumped by Spiza as they renew their little battle they've had the last couple shifts. And there's Spiza hitting Pouliot again. Pouliot comes back with a bit of a cross-check. And now going after Pouliot is Spiza once more. They're both going to go, I think. But not before they come together one last time.
Benoit Pouliot playing a very aggressive game. The Oilers want to be tougher up front. Spiza and Pouliot had the altercation before where Spiza chopped his stick right in half. People wonder where the edge will come from on the blue line for the Vancouver Canucks, and I think Lucas Spiza might provide some of it. There's the slash on Pouliot, and look at his stick, and the referee is looking right at it and doesn't make the call. That was earlier, and then 2 shifts later, they're both in the penalty box.
Pouliot for cross-checking, Spiza for roughing at 15:29, and they'll play 4-on-4. Oilers have the puck. Schultz. Sekera. And if you weren't with us earlier, yes, he was Sekera, but he has asked that he go back to Sekera.
Talk to our cohort, Kevin Quinn.
Taylor Hall fishing for the puck. Squirts loose to the near side. Sekera moves down from the left point. Pressured by Brandon Sutter, who's able to knock the puck away. Now chase after it, but Schultz is there for the Oilers. Under 4 minutes to go in the third. Canucks with 3 unanswered goals since the start of period 2. Here's McDavid. Good strength, and then tried to center as he went around behind the net. But couldn't get the puck to the front, and the Oilers bring it back out to center. Yakupov in on the defense. Gets around. Shoots. Marks from the save. Now a centering pass came off the Canuck player in front. And Jacob Markstrom able to alertly stop that one and then cover up.
Well, Nail Yakupov has a goal already. A little good inside-outside move on Yannick Weber. Takes the shot, and Jacob Markstrom in position to make the save.
Just under a minute to go in the 4-on-4 with Spiza and Pouliot out in the penalty box. Bartkowski finds Yannick Hansen. On the left wing, Lyndon Vey trying to get around Greiba, does. Puck knocked away. Bartkowski has it at the blue line. Cuts to the slot. Matt Bartkowski tried a shot, and he tripped over a couple of fallen Oilers. Puck is cleared out to center. 3 minutes to go. Vey to Cracknell. Pass back. Looked like it came out. Called onside as Hanhus skates his way in deep. Tried to center while falling down. That's picked off, and Andrew Ference brings the puck to neutral ice. Chases in on Biega, who picks up the puck, and he'll settle things in his own zone. At least tried to, but he stick handle right towards Leprchaun. Hanhus to Cracknell. Gets away from Hendricks. And the puck is onto the stick of Alex Biega. Derek Dorsett to Yannick Weber. Penalized players have returned. Teams back to full strength for the final 2 minutes. Here's Dorsett ahead for Prust. And Keaton gets the puck around for Snecker. Couldn't get it out. Canucks try to take advantage. McCann to Prust, stopped by Talbot. As Jared McCann set up a nice chance. Now Spiza trying to find McCann, and the puck deflects to the side. Weber couldn't hold the puck in on the pass from Jared McCann, and the Canucks regroup at center. Now we got a fight at center. Hendricks and Dorsett. With a minute and a half to go. And Dorsett with the right hands. Hendricks lost his helmet and then fell down awkwardly in front of the bench. Well, he didn't lose his helmet. It was on its way off. And it might have hurt his hand.
Yeah, he hurt his hand with 91 seconds left. Jacob Markstrom giving Derek Dorsett a little high five on the way by. There's a little slash back and forth and a little chat as they're going off for the change. And you want to go. We haven't seen much of this. I think this is the first fight the Canucks have had in the preseason. You and I have done all the games. Your memory is that good.
Yeah.
It is.
Dorset was very busy in that department last year, and one of the reasons Willie Desjardins' team went out and brought in Brandon Prust from Montreal on the Zach Kassian trip. Dorset said he sent GM Jim Benning a thank you text.
23-man Hendricks, 5 minutes each for fighting. The time 18 minutes and 29 seconds.
So the teams remain.
The Canucks penalty Dorset. The Oilers penalty Hendricks. Fighting Majors. At 18-20.
Hopkins with a quick shift to get around Ronald Kennens, and now plays the puck into the Vancouver zone. Ben Hutton makes moves in traffic. Final minute, third period. Canucks leading 5-2, and Biega gloves the puck off the boards to himself and starts to play to center. Kennens finds some room, gets the puck in deep. Now gets it himself. Schultz from the corner to Reinhardt. And here comes Pouliot lifting the puck to the Vancouver line. Hanhus gloves it down. Hansen drops to Hanhus. Puts one in front. Kicked out. Rebound. Burrows had it hop over his stick. As he went after that loose puck on top of the goal crease. Offside go the Oilers with 24 seconds left.
Vancouver Canucks without some of their key players up front and on defense. Alexander and Chris Tanev not here, but that one line, the Bo Horvat line, has dominated, and Adam Cracknell has made a case, be a call-up anyway, and shown that he can win the coach's confidence.
is only preseason, but the Canucks poised to continue their dominance of Edmonton. It's McDavid fighting off a hook and moving it. Canucks went 5-0 against the Oilers in the regular season last year. And they win this one in convincing fashion. Jacob Markstrom stops 21 shots. Cam Talbot was beaten 5 times on 29. And a big night for the line centered by Bo Horvat. He scored twice, had an assist. Jake Virtanen had a goal and 2. Berchi had 4 assists, and Conner McDavid looked good, but couldn't lift his team to victory here against the Canucks.
Well, the Oilers are going to have some problems if they play that way defensively. They're going to give up a lot of goals. But as you say, they can create some chances, and they are fun to watch. Conner McDavid and Taylor Hall look like they've got some real good chemistry together. Whenever they're on the ice, you know the Oilers are going to get some chances.
First defeat of the preseason for the Oilers. They're now 6-1 as we check out your 3 stars.
Well, it was hard to decide which one of the Bo Horvat line was going to be first star. So Bo Horvat with the 2 goals, and Sven Berchi 4 assists, and he needed some affirmation of him belonging, and he did that in Jake Virtanen off the face, back for the 3rd period, the 3rd member of the line, and he gets 3rd star.
Both these teams have one preseason game left, and it will be against each other Saturday night at Rogers Arena. Conner McDavid, prominent early, had an assist on the opening goal and created lots of chances throughout the night. But it was the Canucks kids that prevailed. 5-2 the final here in Edmonton. And we thank you for being with us.